Good morning, children. So your exam has been over now, and in the exam we had covered our 7 chapters. Okay. So in those 7 chapters we have continued till noun. Some parts of the noun we have learnt about nouns in various ways. That is, we have talked about gender. We have talked about number. Okay. So today we are going to talk about a new noun. We are going to understand noun in a new way. Okay. So first of all, it is our chapter 8. Okay. We are going to start today our chapter 8, that is noun, and it is in the possessive form. Okay. So now possessive form. First of all, to understand possessive form, you have to know what is the meaning of possessive. Okay, so let's see here. First of all, our chapter's name is, we are going to see noun in possessive form. Yes? Now, what does this possessive mean? Okay, now this possessive, what it means is possession. Okay, this means possession. Again, it is a new word for you, right? Okay, let me make it more simpler for you. Now, this possession means belonging. Okay, hopefully now you have understood the word belonging. Do you know this? If you don't know this, then let me tell you. Suppose, I've got a scale. Okay, this is my scale or this is my pen. So, if the sentence, if you notice the sentence, what I am saying, this is my scale, this is my pen. Okay, so this particular sentence I can also say in another way, that is, this pen or this scale belongs to me. Whose pen is this? Mine. So when I say that this pen is mine, that means I own this pen. Or not only belonging, we can also give another word, that is ownership. Okay, ownership. Do you know ownership means what? Ownership means that means I own these things. Let me make it more simpler for you. The word, you know the word Malik. इस पेन का या फिर इस स्केल का मालिक मैं हूँ. So that is the thing. I own this scale or I own this pen. So this pen belongs to me or this scale belongs to me. So the thing is mine. That is called possession. Okay, this is called what? Possession. And that is how we will get our possessive form. Okay. Now, the very first thing what you have to do is, if you don't have your pencil right now in front of you, get it first and underline the first very line. The very first line, this one, if you can see, the possessive form of a noun is used to indicate possession or ownership or belonging. The very first line, this is very important. This is how you understand what is the meaning of possession or what is noun in possessive form. Okay, this is the thing. So the possessive form of a noun is used to indicate, it is used to tell you what you possess or what you own or what belongs to you. Okay, now let's see this thing in some sentences. Okay, I am rubbing this. With some sentences, I'll explain you. Okay, just now as I said this sentence, know that the pen or this pen belongs to me. Yes? This is how I can say this. Or okay, let me write another sentence. Let's take one sentence from the book only. Okay. books of Rehan are on the table. Suppose this is our sentence, that the books of Rehan are on the table. Now, what are we talking about? Our focus is going into what? If you can identify, then that is the books of Rehan. We are talking about the books of Rehan. So, this particular thing, it is written in a long way. And if we have to show the possessive form of this thing, then how we will write? We will write Rehan's, what is this? Apostrophe books. So this long thing we are writing in this way. We are making it shorter. Okay? Rehan's books are on the table. It should not be that difficult for you to understand. It should be very easy because you use it always in your daily life. So it's very easy. But the thing which you need to learn here, or what you will learn here, that is how we put this apostrophe S. Okay, where we put and where we do not, and where it is not able to put or where it is not applied. You have to learn three things here: where we use apostrophe S, where we do not use apostrophe S, and where we cannot apply apostrophe S. Where we use, where we do not, and where it cannot be applied. Okay? Now let's show you. Okay, so this was one example. What you have to see here is the letter S. Just now what example I gave, that was in, okay, what was that? It was Rehan's books. I'm keeping it here, and let's move towards the first rule, that is in page number 35 itself. If you see how possessive form of singular nouns are formed, this one. So with singular nouns, the nouns which are in singular form, what do we do there? We add an apostrophe and S. We add an apostrophe, okay, and an S. Okay, these two things. We add apostrophe, okay, and we add S. It's clear? Now you see this. Now you read the sentences which are given in your examples. This is Mohit's bag. It is Rani's book. The queen's crown was very expensive. It is Ram's house. If every sentence you notice, then you will see one thing, that every noun is not ending in S, the letter S. Mohit, last letter is T. Rani, last letter is I. Queen, again last letter is N. Ram, last letter is M. Boy's father, last letter boy is Y. Okay, everywhere, that's why we have added apostrophe and S. But if it is singular noun but it is ending in S, these words, these are not ending in S. The last letters are different other letters, okay, apart from S. But if the letter is ending in S, let's say, if you can see in your book, it is written, you mark this point here, this is given. The letter S is just in the bottom of the page. If you see, the letter S is not used with those words which end in S. Here the last letter is not S, but if the letter or if the word is ending with the letter S or have too many hissing sounds, hiss, okay, this is hissing sound, only a simple apostrophe is put at the end of such words. Mark this point, this is very important, and this is how you understand. See, I'll show you in two parts. First, let me show you about the singular. Okay, singular. Right now we are talking about singular nouns only. Okay, singular nouns. Letter not ending in s and letters ending in s. Okay, let's take two words, then we can understand. First of all, Rehan is done already. Let's take Mohit. So if you write Mohit, okay, this is a singular. This is the name of a boy. Yes, and the last letter is T. Let's take another word, Rani. This is also name of a girl, one girl, so singular, and this is also not ending in s. That's why we will put apostrophe and s. Here also apostrophe and s. Here, now we will write one singular noun again, but the word will be ending in s. Here it is not ending in s, but here it will. Let's write Jesus. One more. Yeah, it's given here. Moses. This is also the name of a person. This is also the name of a person. But here, if you see, the last letter is S. Jesus. Moses. So here, what we will do? We will only put apostrophe. We will not put S. See, what we do, what we need to put? We need to put two things. One is apostrophe, one is S. Okay? If it is singular noun, okay, in case of singular noun, the letters are not ending, the words are not ending with the letter S, then we put apostrophe S. If it is ending with S, then we only put apostrophe, not S. Remember this thing. This is done. Now we will proceed to the plural. We have talked about singular. Now we will talk about plural nouns. Plural nouns. Okay. So let's read what is the rule. With plural nouns which end with S, we add an apostrophe after S. Okay? And you read the first point and second point in page number 36. So first point is written with plural nouns, the nouns which are in plural. Suppose, okay, we'll talk about this. So the nouns, the plural nouns which are ending with the letter S, we add only an apostrophe. Okay? Okay, let me explain this to you. I'm rubbing this and this also. I'm just rubbing the examples, not this. So, the first point what is said is which end with the letter S. Letters ending in S, we will use this. Suppose boys, horses. Here we have got our S, yes. So here we will add only apostrophe, here also apostrophe. See, both of them are in plural, boys, B-O-Y-S, and here also it is horses. Both are in plural and they are ending in S, so we will add only apostrophe. Okay, but those plural nouns which do not end in the letter S, we use an apostrophe and S. Again, it is similar. Let's see. Children. Children is singular or plural? It is plural. Let's take another. Men. Singular or plural? I have written here M-E-N. So it is plural. But they are not ending in the letter S. The last letter is what? N. Here also N. So we will add apostrophe S. Here also apostrophe S. Okay? This is the thing. So we have covered two things. We have talked about singular nouns If the letter is ending in S and not S, then what we should do? Similar thing we have done for plural nouns also. So in the very beginning of the video, I said what the three things which we need to learn is, first we will see where it is used, okay, where it is not used, and where it cannot be used. Now we will read this last thing, where it cannot be used. So to understand that where it cannot be used, we need to remember one thing, that if you read the third point, the last point of this one, okay, this last point, if you see, it is written here with an immovable object, the object which is not movable, and apostrophe is not used. Then what we will do? We will write in the same way. We will not make any change. See, the example is given there. The tree's leaf. Tree is not movable, and in that way, the leaves of the tree also are not movable. Yeah, they can fall down, but if they are on the tree, they will not move. So the tree's leaf fell on us. We are supposed to write in this way, right? But we will not write in this way. Rather, which is the correct way to say this? The leaf of the tree fell on us. This is the particular only one thing where we do not use apostrophe S. Okay? Suppose here it is written the tree's leaf, and tree is singular here. So if we write the leaf of the tree fell on us, then also correct. If we have to write the tree's leaves fell on us, then also it is wrong. The leaves of the tree fell on us. Or the roof of the house was painted. We can't write the house's roof was painted. We can't write it that way. Or the children are playing on the garden. Sorry, in the garden. So the garden is also not movable. Yes. So yeah. So if we put in this way, the children are playing in the house's garden. This is wrong. The children are playing in the garden of the house. Then it will be correct. Okay, understand this thing. So these are the three things. Okay, you revise it once again. You watch the video. If you are having any problem, that will be more clear when you will solve this exercises. Let me tell you just one example I'll give you how to do. Suppose the parents of the girls met the teacher. How should we write this? What we have to do here is rewrite the sentences using an apostrophe. See, it is made larger. Okay, the parents of the girls met the teacher. Who are we talking about here? We are talking about the parents of the girls. So how we are supposed to write? We will write the girls' parents met the teacher. Okay, we are supposed to write in this way. This is one number. I'll show only one. The remaining you will do yourself. So who are we talking about? We are talking about the parents of the girls. So our main focus is on the girls. So the girls, and since it is in plural, if you check your question, it is in GIRLS. It is plural. So we have written GIRLS, and that because it is plural and also ending in S, so we will put only apostrophe, and the remaining part will remain same. This is the first one. Then if we see in B number, we have to rewrite the following in the plural form. They are all given in singular. We will have to change to plural. So a man's house. Let me rub this. I hope this is getting easier for you now. You can understand this. So the first one is a man's house. a man, one man. So when we change this, then the men's houses, everything will change. Since house is also in the singular, so house will also change to plural. It will change to houses. This is one thing. Number two, the hero's scarf. So this time it will change to plural. When we write in plural, then it will become the heroes, Heroes, then apostrophe, scarf becomes scarves, Scarves. Okay, like this way you'll do. And activity zone, what you have to do is rewrite the following sentences after changing the singular nouns into plural. Again the same thing. The boy's hair was brown. So the boy, it is in singular, BOY apostrophe S, it is used in that way. So if you change this boy to plural, then it becomes BOYS, then apostrophe. Okay, here I have a doubt in this regarding hair, because hair is uncountable. It can be made into plural or not, I have to make it sure. And was will become where, brown will remain same. Okay, in this way you will do. So this part is done. Hopefully you have understood the things. Okay, so you watch this video today, and after watching this video, then you solve the exercise in book. Okay, all of that in book. The spaces are given. You don't have to move to copy. You do everything in book, and I'll give you some notes so that your understanding will be totally clear. Some points I'll give you. Just read those things and you can understand. Your conception will be totally clear. But read the points very carefully. The things which I have explained here, the same thing will be there. Just when you get it in a copy note, so it becomes more easier for you to understand, and that remains for the later time also. Okay, so we'll end up today with this. If I'm forgetting anything, I guess no. Yeah, you just go through this video and then you go for the exercise to do in book itself. Okay, so till then, thank you, and hope this video was useful and helpful for you. Thank you.